I can see we've got some behind-the-scenes viewers. So hello to Jotrick, one of the developers of Talishar. We've got Goblin Reserve and a Pound of Flesh. So welcome to the chat, everybody. John Randall Dacklerson. Yoaz, good to see you. Yeah, good to see everybody so far. We've still got a couple of minutes before we go live, but hopefully the sound is all good. So thank you for popping in, and yeah, we'll see you very, very soon, folks. But hopefully the sound is all good. So just give us a thumbs up if it's all good, or just say, yeah, it's good as, it's lovely. Yeah, got a couple of viewers actually. So I think this is one of the way forwards with content going forward, is just streaming, bit of audience engagement, just having a great time. So thank you very much for everybody who's spending some time with me today. It's gonna be fun. Supperworm, Pascal, hello, welcome to the chat, my friend. Cannot wait to see you again, Mr. Swiss Man, who actually appeared in the vlogs. So yeah, welcome, Pascal. You're going to be having a great time in San Jose, California. You're there for a few weeks, visiting some national parks. What a great time you're going to have. I'm there only for 5 days. I'm just going to be jet lagged to high hell, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to get through it by the use of lots of alcohol and beverages, I'm sure, and karaoke and all that good stuff. So who is going to Worlds in this chat? Who is going to Worlds? Let me know. Jotrick is staying, still waiting for the judge application. They are still pending. Oh, so you're going to judge, are you? Lovely, nice. What do you get anything for being? Well, you probably do, don't you? But do you know what you get for being a judge? Is it paid? Do you get products? Do you get those like Thai Panis promos? What do you get for being a judge? Or are you just there for the love of the game? Pound of Flesh is saying no Worlds this time. Oh, that's a shame. But I'm sure we will see you in the future. There's got to be some sort of invitational event in New Zealand. So yeah, hopefully we get that in the future. I'm so happy to catch some of your stream while I'm on lunch. Healthy Disorder, yeah. So thank you very much for coming in, Healthy Disorder. It's good to see you. I don't think I've seen you in a chat live stream before. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully, maybe spending an hour or two today just testing things out. But it seems like, you know, this sort of content people might want to watch, might want to spend their time watching. But yeah, we'll go into it in a moment. Goblin Reserve. Know what's better than a good poop? Getting paid to poop. Oh yeah, that is a long old joke. If you if you work in an office, if you're working for a corporate entity like I do, it's always nice to take a poo, because you always know that the company is paying you to have a shit on company time, which is always fun. And if you're new here, I do swear on this channel because it's a form of expression, and I like to express myself in the utmost and most genuine way possible. A Pound of Flesh is saying, as there will be an event coming to New Zealand, so fingers crossed it's sometime in the next year or so. Yeah, that'll be fantastic. There's a lot of hearsay about an invitational event, so hopefully we get something like that. That'll be awesome. Or just some form of event in general. Jotrick is saying, if they choose me, you get $600 US, $400 if they choose you from another continent. The promo / playmat, most likely Thai Panis again with a sad face. Yeah, maybe. Then maybe they need to sort of add more variety to the judge pool for the promos for that. That'll be interesting. So I will go only if 1K is paid. Otherwise, it's too expensive. Yeah, I imagine so. It's very expensive to get there. So yeah, that's fair enough. Right, okay. It's 8 o'clock, so we're going to switch over to the actual camera. So let me just go over to the actual camera. So here it is. The actual camera. This is actually a reaction camera. For anyone who's not subscribed or not belled or not liked the video, then please do that, as you can see over here. Make sure you go and do that. But this is a reaction camera, basically. This is the scene which I switch to if some horrendous stuff goes down on the stream. This is the reaction camera or face camera. So hello, welcome to the test of this particular scene, as it were. Why is the messages being held for review? Is it because you have swore? Yeah, let me just show that. There we go. Cool. Well, I'm reading the chat here. Drotrick, would be awesome to have you there. Yes, it would be. Would be great to have you there, representing Poland as well, of course. John is saying, been messing around with Silver the Tips into New Horizon plus Dreadbore. Thoughts? It's been a bit resource intensive, but I like deck digging. Yeah, digging is all about digging with Azalea. Silver the Tips is something I've always tried to make work, but you're jumping through. I think you're jumping through too many hoops in order to get the thing. You know, Azalea has to jump through so many hoops as it is. You know, let alone trying to find the thing with another thing and trying to go more cards deep. I understand where you're coming from because I've tried that myself. But I don't know if Silver the Tips is good, unfortunately, right now. Goblin Reserve cannot fucking wait to meet you and spend time with you in Cali. Yes, 100%. It's going to be good fun. Camera looks super sharp. Yes, it is 60 FPS. Ultra high resolution video. And this is just a webcam. This is the Logitech Stream Cam, so it is pretty good. 10 live viewers, only 4 likes. Y'all screwing up the numbers. Yes, Andrew, good shout. If you're watching this, like the fucking video. Big Boss Book Club, nice to see you, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Even though Azalea isn't really your jam, nice to see you here anyway, regardless. Yeah, I can see those likes going up now. Andrew, you're an absolute hero. Thanks for shouting that out. I don't shout out myself enough, do I? Let's be honest. I don't ask for the business enough. A pound of flesh, is laughing. 70% of the card pool feels like crap right now into the meta. Yes, you're completely right. Albeit with the list that I've got, it's been having a varying levels of success, which we'll see in a moment. Tyler Jackson is saying, what do you think of the Poland top 8 Azalea deck list? You will find out my thoughts because I'm interviewing Pavel, P-A-W-E-L, Jotrick. I don't know how you pronounce that name in Polish, but I'm interviewing Pavel for the Azalea Cult on Saturday. So you're going to get a interview-style Azalea Cult video next week, either Monday or Wednesday. So we're going to delve into that list and delve into how he managed to do it. I think it is a combo OTK heavy style deck, but I haven't looked into it too much. So you're not going to see that today, unfortunately. You're just going to be seeing my janky list and hanging out with my jank today. But yeah, we'll delve into that next week, 100%. Paval, so W is W in English equals V, so Paval. Okay, yeah, Paval. Nice. Okay, cool. That's a good little insight. So thank you very much, Jotrick, for allowing me to understand his pronunciation of his name before I do the interview with him. So thank you very much for that. Learning languages on the GoAgainGaming stream. Fantastic. Lovely old job. So yeah, let's go into the other screen. So this is the live stream screen. So as you can see here. And the live chat is also appearing as well. So you're going to be famous if you live chat. if you put a little message in the live chat, it will actually show on the screen here. So nice little addition to the live stream screen. So as you can see as well, my sponsors, affiliates, all along the bottom of the screen there. So I'll go ahead and shout those out. Total Cards, if you want to pick up any sealed product, any board games, any geek stuff, go and check out Total Cards. Wraith Energy Drink. So this is a 0 calorie or 0 cost energy drink, which allows you to go again all the time with 0 calories. Lovely old job. Neomachi clothes, some awesome cyberpunk synthwear clothes. You can go and check out. Fab TCG Cards, the co-host of the Azalea Cult. Based out of the USA, go and check him out if you want to get any card singles and help support his shop directly. That'll be awesome. He does a lot of tokens, awesome custom art playmats and all that shit. So yeah, definitely go and check him out. And then GoAgainGaming.com for all of my playmats, all of the stuff that I've commissioned over the last year. It's still undergoing development, still a lot of projects in the works with that at the moment, including a board game. Stay tuned. But yeah, I think the stream looks absolutely awesome, and it's good to be doing this. So let me just go into the chat again here. Mum, I'm on TV. Supperworm says, yes, you are on TV. YouTube famous. Pound of Flesh is saying, fantastic. Goblin Reserve, hope you all have a lovely day. Have a great stream, you handsome sob. Back to work. Thank you very much for tuning in at the very beginning, Hank, and I'm going to see you very, very soon in California. The ultimate fame, Super Mario Black Tiger is saying, yes, the ultimate fame on GoAgainGaming YouTube. Yeah, brilliant. Quinn is saying 68 cards on the official deck list. Didn't have Bolt and Shot on the list that he played. Would be good to know what the other 3 cards missing are. Yeah, so again, Quinn DP. You're going to see an interview with Pavel, who is the Polish top 8 not national champion. I wish. You're going to see the list that he took to the Polish national championships next week on the Azalea Cult only on GoAgainGaming. We're interviewing him on Saturday. So if you're not in the Discord as well, click in the description box below, join the Discord, because in there is an Azalea Cult subsection where you can ask questions to Pavel. So if you're not in there, if you're not on the Discord, what are you doing? If you're watching this stream and you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? Go and click that right now and then get in there, because we're going to be asking all sorts of questions, so it's going to be good fun. Yeah, nice setup, by the way. John is saying, yeah, thank you very much. I try and do the best production value I can. If you haven't seen the GoAgainGaming Opens, the live stream tournaments, they are a load of fun. So again, join the Discord in the description box below, because you might have the chance to enter the GoAgainGaming Open 5, which is all live streamed like this, with various different scenes, overlays, stupid adverts for my affiliates, and all that good stuff. So yeah, high production value is what I'm about. So hopefully I'm bringing that to the table today. But yeah, so we're on Talishar.net, as you can see. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When this first came out, and when it was first sort of out there in the ether, I was like, oh, I don't know. And I was on the Living Legends podcast with Red Zone Rogue and Bill from the Spike Feeders, and we all had our sort of, or our say on the platform. The fact that they were using like official logos and stuff sort of rubbed us up the wrong way, and we asked all sorts of questions about whether the meta will be solved. Will there be what sort of unique metas in different parts of the world, or will it now just all blend together and just be one meta? I think that sort of discovery of the different communities was awesome. But I had my doubts about it. I'm not going to lie, I did have my doubts about it. But I think after playing a few games and getting the hang of it, and getting feedback from Jotrick, and getting their sort of perception on what they want the platform to be, I think is obviously sort of set my mind at ease. And it's just a great way also to sort of chat to people on the internet, have these great streams and engage, and just play some stupid decks on here, because that's what we're going to be doing today. Well, stupid deck, I might add. Afternoon, Postporned TV. Welcome to the chat, Postporn TV. Nice to see you, and I know you're very active in the Discord, so thank you very much. And Jotrick is saying, and we try to improve with your feedbacks. Exactly, and that's all you can do, because when you make something as amazing as a platform like this, you do have to expect a bit of resistance from people that love playing games in the flesh and blood for social aspect and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's good to know that you took our feedback on board. And again, I think we've voiced that in the recent Living Legends podcast, that we do feel that the way the platform is now is a lot better. And you've branded it your own way and all that sort of stuff. The new logo is awesome, which I've actually used in my thumbnail for this video. But yeah. Larry is saying, looking forward to the interview. Just got back from Charlotte, NC. Represented our glorious leader best I could. Had lots of fun. Well done. I'd love to see... Are you in the Discord, Larry? I'm not sure if you are, because, if you've got tales, if you've got stories for us, we'll feature that on the next episode of the Azalea Cult. Well, not the next episode, because that's going to be the interview, but the next episode after that, we like to do like community tales and all that sort of thing. You are on the Discord. Fantastic. Good job. So yeah, we're going to be playing with my list today. Let's just go over to this now. So as you can see, this is Talishar.net. Hopefully you can see my mouse. Yes, you can. Basically what I'm going to be doing, this is my deck list from fabdb.net. If you're a user of fabdb.net, all you need to do to use your deck is basically just grab the link like this. If I just go on to decks, my decks, Azalea 1, and then you just want to copy this link up here, go over to Talishar and copy it in this deck list, and that will basically bring up your deck. It's as simple as that. Really, really easy to use. Yeah, we're going to be using that deck. To what success? I don't know. I've had a few wins on here with this deck. So we're just going to be calling this GoAgainGaming messing around. So you can name your game. So some people will name their games like looking for a Briar to test or looking for something to test. So we don't want to be joining those games. We want to be making our own game to mess around in. So that's what we're going to be doing. So GoAgainGaming, messing around. It's going to be CC, of course, because that is the pivotal format, isn't it, of Flesh and Blood. So yeah. Andrew is saying, good job, Az. Thought it was lovely old job. Yeah, that's right. Lovely old job. It's a free of use logo. It looks good on thumbnails. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It is a nice logo, to be fair. So fair play for getting that done. Looks cool. Using the rusty old blade as your namesake. Good stuff. Right, so we're going to create this game then. So create game. I don't know what this CC starter decks is about. So yeah, this is our deck at the moment. So I'm going to scroll through it very, very quickly because we're not really going to talk about this because it's just jank, really. Let's be honest. But yeah, there's a lot of blues in here, including some rusted relics, which I know people weren't really that fond of. But there's a lot of blues in here. The reason being is because I think that you're going to need a lot of blues to get through frostbites from Icelander and Oldims that you're going to run into, as well as the fact that you need blues for a lot of arcane barrier going on with the Viserais, the Icelanders, the Kanos. Sometimes that you get going against Briar. Great, this should be fun. This should be lots of fun. So do I need arcane damage prevention? I probably do, don't I? So we're going to take the fatigue shots out because we don't care about those. I think we're going to keep everything else in here, to be honest. Rusted relic. There we go. Look, Anarchy, please. Yes, that's me. So, yes. That is me. You're on stream. There we go. We're not going to get any salt now, people. Anarchy, please. Yes, that's me. You're on stream. What's he saying? Good luck, have fun? Yeah. Good luck, have fun. So I think I'm pretty much ready to go with this. We'll see. I'm running a large deck as well, so I probably will run the Perch Grapplers instead. I've got Arcane Barrier 1 and 2. It's probably all I need. So let's go. Start. So a very, very defensive hand, starting off here. 2 Fateful Scenes, so hopefully he comes in with an attack, because that's pretty dire. But then we can still fire off a buffed Salvage Shot next turn. Salvage Shot, I think, is good, because it always goes back into the deck, which is good if you're playing sort of a fatigue strategy, which I think I am pretty much doing in this deck. So I'm just going to pass here and just defend with a Fateful Scene, I think. See what's on top of the deck. So choose a reaction, Fateful Scene, pass. So that's blocking out the entire Entwine Lightning. Do I want a hamstring shot? Hamstring shot on top of my deck? Probably not at this stage, no. Blues will come in handy later when we're trying to block the arcane damage. So let's get rid of that. So yeah, blocking out the Entwine Lightning. And he's playing an Amulet of Earth and then Rosettering me for 2 and 2, I think. No, it's not 2 and 2, is it? No, he's played an item... Yeah, no, it is 2 and 2. Okay, fine. So we're going to... Thing is about this is a bit annoying because we do have to pitch both of the cards in our hand, which is a bit of a shame because we had a massively red heavy hand, which is a bit of a shame here. So let's just prevent... Let's not prevent the 2. So we're not going to prevent the 2 damage, but we are going to Fateful Scene the Rosetta Thorn. Do we want to waste that card on that? No, probably not. No, let's not waste it. Let's not waste that. Okay, so it's my turn. Red in the ledger. So I think we have to try and get that through, don't we? So how do we do that? So we play this first. Oasis Respite on top. Do we want that on top? Probably not at this stage. No, we don't. Not at this stage. We'll have it later. If we do get later, we'll see. Yeah, we've just played that. Then we're going to activate Dreadbore by pitching a salvage shot, putting Red in the ledger into the arsenal with +1, and then we're going to fire this, pitching this. So this is a 9 attack. If it hits, they can only play 1 action next turn. So just starting off by just throwing a massive attack at them, which they're probably going to have to block out because Briar just wants to blow their hand away, basically. So just putting in some early... Here we go, look. Blocking out for 8 damage. Is he going to let the 1 go through? Nope, he's undid his actions. He's cancelled his blocks. Of course he did. So, yeah, exactly. They have to block the whole thing, or they're only going to be able to do 1 damage next turn. Blocking for 10. Look at that. Taking away the whole hand in 1 card. So yeah, we'll get rid of that. Command and Conquer. It's good to see that go. And Swarming Gloomveil. I'll put that back on the top. It's just passed straight back to me. Passed straight back to me here, which is nice. So, Rusted Relic. So this is quite nice. So what we can do is we can activate Dreadbore again, pitching the Rusted Relic, 2 left over, putting this Endless Arrow into the arsenal. But then we're going to play Seek and Destroy, which is nice. And then we're going to fire this off for 8. If it hits, they have to discard their hand and their arsenal at the end of their turn. And if it hits, it goes back to hand, which I can then put it back into the arsenal, which is nice. And obviously, I've got a blue in hand here, which will allow me also to block a lot of arcane damage coming through, which is nice. Again, they're blocking for 8 again here, with another Command and Conquer and another Swarming Gloomveil. So a lot of high-value cards going down the drain straight away, which is nice. So that's good. And then we can arsenal this Cadaverous Contraband now as well, and then draw up to 4. And we've got another Cadaverous Contraband, which is nice. We've got Take Cover, Red in the Ledger in hand, so we can basically just take cover this. Yeah, I think we're just going to take cover this. So we're going to pass. We're going to take cover it to block it all. It's a shame we got the Cadaverous Contraband in there now, because we won't be able to get the Red in the Ledger in there unless we play this, which is a bit of a shame, but hopefully we can get that out of there with Azalea, hopefully. Coming in with a Lightning Surge now for 4, if it's played from Arsenal. How did he have Go Again on the last attack, though? I can't remember. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to block that out with a Red in the Ledger and Release Attention, I think. Actually, no, I'll block it out with Red in the Ledger and Cadaverous Contraband, I think. So I'm going to have a Tunic next turn, so I can just play the Cadaverous Contraband out of the arsenal, I think, with the Tunic and the card in hand. And let's prevent that electrified damage stuff going through. So yeah, I'm just going to activate Tunic, give myself a resource, then I'm going to play this Cadaverous Contraband, pitching this. So if it hits, I get a thing back, which I'll probably get the Release Attention that I just dropped. Yeah. Okay. Choose a card from your discard. Oh no. Why can I not get the Release Attention back? That's bizarre. If I want to show the combat chain, you better. If you want to show the combat chain better, you can try to control and scroll out. Okay, let me just take Seek and Destroy back. Let me just try and go back. Maybe that's a little bit better. Maybe it's too small. A 10 Enlightened Strike coming in. How is that 10? Oh, Mount Heroic, right? Of course. So I think we're just going to have to get rid of this. I think we're just going to have to block it all. 10 damage is quite a lot. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 6, 9. But what do I want to do on my next turn? I can come back pretty hard next turn with a Seek and Destroy, Remorseless plus Wand. Defense reactions can't be played, and then yeah, maybe I'll just take 10. Shall I just take 10? You pitch to release attention, not graveyard. Oh, I see. That's fine. I'm just going to take 10, I reckon. Fine. No problem. I'll take 10. Sod it. And this is why Az doesn't get very far, because he takes 10. But yeah, that's fine. So here we go. We can activate Dreadball. Pitching a release attention, which gives us 2 floating, putting the Remorseless into the arsenal of +1. So this is now a 6 attack, and no defense reactions can be played against it, which is quite nice. Then we're going to play Seek and Destroy. So this will push up to a 10 attack. 9 attack, sorry. Cool. Pass. And then he's taken 9, and then every action he now plays after this will then be at the cost of 1 life, which is quite nice. And then what we can do on this turn is, on the next turn, is just play the Snatch out of the arsenal to then replace the arsenal if it hits. And then we just can chuck this away, basically. Rusted Relic is pretty useless unless he comes in with arcane damage, which is probably not going to be the case with the Channel Mount Heroic out. And he's just drew 3 cards out of the Tome of Harvest, which is pretty nasty. But yeah. Embodiment of Lightning. 10, go again. Wow, okay. That's pretty spicy. So we're just going to chuck this away here. So 2, 2. He's got go again after this. So what can come after this, which is going to be nasty. He has lost a life. I think this is just going to turn into a race now, to be honest. So do I want to chuck the Perch Grapplers? Not just yet. No, we'll pass this. He's going to take another damage with the next action he plays, unless he's Rosetta-ing me. So I'm just going to take cover here to block another 3. So I'm blocking out 7 in total. Fine. He's got go again, so he's going to sift. Okay, interesting. Put up to 2 cards on the bottom of your deck, then draw that many. So yeah, here we go. Enlightened Strike can't block for anything here, unfortunately. So this is a pretty big attack coming in at me. He's lost another life because of the Remorseless trigger. So I can only block 6 of this if I chuck the Perch Grapplers away, and that'll put me down to 17 against 22, which I guess is not too bad. So we're just going to chuck these away. We're never going to use these. It's going to be a race. Let's just chuck those under the bus, and then we're going to pass. Sod it. So we take 6. So we go down to 17. Doesn't have a go again, though, I don't think. So that's fine. Pass. Again, this action is just going to be snatching. Well, no, I'll Skullbone first. Remorseless on top. Okay, we can give that Dominate and attack again. That's pretty good, so we'll leave that on top. We'll activate Azalea, give it Dominate, and then we'll fire it off. Lovely old job. Coming in with 5 Dominate, and if it hits, it's going to cost them a life every time they play an action card. And again, they can't play any defense reactions either. Choosing to block 3 with an Autumn's Touch. Oh, he's undid that. He's blocked with his... oh, he's got Embodiments of Earth out, hasn't he? Has he? So how has he blocked 5 there? He's blocked 2 and 3. Ah, right, yeah. Sift blocks for 3. That's pretty good. That's a shame. But he hasn't got an Arsenal card. He's got 3 cards in hand. I think we're okay at the moment. Another big Enlightened Strike, probably. Not another big damage. Go again. Okay, go again, Enlightened Strike. So we're just going to chuck in... we're just going to chuck away Searing Shot and Salvage Shot. No, Pursuit of Knowledge. I don't think we're going to need Pursuit of Knowledge. It's not going to go that far. So blocking for 5. He's got go again. And again, we can just block for 3 here with a Salvage Shot. Taking 1. And then again, on our turn, we can just Snatch. This is why I have Snatch in here, because sometimes you just need a zero cost attack that then replaces your arsenal if they don't block. So I think that's one of the reasons why I have this in here, is because it threatens basically card advantage every single time you play it. So yeah, again, blocking out of a force of nature to get rid of that. So that's fair enough. That's good. I'm glad to see that card go. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that turn. And again, they've only got 3 cards in hand against my 4, so I'm still maintaining some form of card advantage. But it's just going to be hard to keep up with this this constant damage here. So what are they doing? Have they fused Earth? No. Weave Earth. Okay. Briar trigger for lightning, right? And then this is okay. A buff card. End of turn. Okay. What? He hasn't done anything at all. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to knock the death whistle then. You pitched the... Oh, okay. No, the chat hasn't updated. No one's chatting. That's fine. I'm just going off here. So we're going to play this. We're going to go get Red in the Ledger, I think. We're going to try and... Red in the Ledger on top. We're going to reload the headshot in. Activate Azalea. Give the Red in the Ledger dominate. And this is going to be a massive attack coming in now. It really is, because I've got a tunic trigger to be able to use. Release the tension. Take aim. Crack the tunic for a resource. Fire Red in the Ledger with a huge dominated arrow. Yeah. Youch. 10 dominate, baby. 1 action if it hits. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anarchy is saying, youch. Yeah, that hurts, right? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It is a big arrow. Andrew is saying, going for that ledger lock. How rude. To be fair, Andrew, I don't actually have the ledger lock in here. I don't have any. What's the card called? I don't have any memorial grounds in this deck. I don't run that anymore. I think it is a very good strategy, but I think when it goes off, it's very, very powerful. You know, locking someone out of the game with Red in the Ledgers is very, very good, and you feel like your throat is on their neck the entire time. But when that runs out, when you brick after that, that's when it all goes downhill for you. So Red in the Ledger is just a card in here that I don't plan on using over and over and over again. Hence the deck size as well. The deck size in this build is a lot bigger than usual. So it can go to fatigue as well quite a lot. So 16-16 here. He's just coming in with Ravenous Rabble, which does absolutely nothing pretty much. But our hand is not looking great for next turn, which is a bit of a shame. So we can only play 1 action. So the only thing I can really do is I can take 2, but I don't think that's really going to do anything for me. So we're going to Fateful Scene this just so we can see what's on top. Release Attention. Just thinking of what we can do with that. No, we'll bottom that, I guess. We could have... yeah, I think we may have screwed up there. We could have bullseye braced something into the arsenal, activated Azalea to put the Release Attention in there, played that, then activated Dreadbore. Yeah, we could have done something different there, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. So we're going to activate Dreadbore here. We're going to pitch Hamstring Shot, and then we're going to put in the Searing Shot. We could have had a much better turn, I think, and threatened a lot more, because they now have a bit of an advantage. I think they're going to be able to output a lot more damage than me. So I think that was a bit of a crucial error, but we'll see what happens. So Searing Shot. Let's just go in for nothing. So this is coming in for 5. If it hits, they lose a life. So a good rate for nothing, especially with Dry. It will cost 1 to put it in there, I guess. So they're probably just going to take that. They're not going to block. They got a big, massive hand. Yeah, that's fair enough. They're not going to do anything with that. So let me just Arsenal this. Yeah, so Rusted Relic was not the right choice against this Briar, because there's not much arcane damage, is there? Because that's just a wasted card now. So I can basically block with Endless Arrow, Sleep Dart, and then I do ideally want to be coming in. So 7 go again. You've got another Channel Mount Heroic out. So this is going to be quite bad now, I think. We do have a Hamstring Shot in the arsenal to flip up, so I think we're just going to chuck everything under this. So 3, 3. There's no on hits there, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's just chuck it all under. Let's chuck it all away. Rusted Relic is unfortunately not doing anything in this game. When I played it against Viserai and like Icelanders, it does do a lot of good stuff. But against Briar, I'm probably not taking too much arcane damage unless it's from Rosetta Thorn. So I don't think I need it against. I don't think I need it in this matchup. So yeah, I'm going to be taking 2 there, unfortunately. Bit of a shame. So 10-10 at the moment. 10-10 trample. So it's my go. So we're going to use the cross wrap here to flip up the thing. That is useless. Don't want that there. Then we may as well just play out the Rusted Relic and then just leave the Hamstring Shot on the arsenal, I think. We could activate Azalea blindly to see what we get. Would we lose anything if we do that? Probably. Have we got anything to lose? We can't play that Hamstring Shot anyway, so we might as well just activate it and see what happens. Searing Shot. Lovely old job. That'll do. 4 dominate. 4 dominate. If it hits, you lose a life. What are you going to do? 10-10. 10-10, baby. What's going on? That was a bit of luck, wasn't it? A 0 cost off the top. They're not going to do anything there. They're just going to take it. They're taking 5. Then I'll add this Rusted Relic to the arsenal. Is that a good idea? Probably, because it doesn't block. And here we've got 2-2-2. Okay, Exude Confidence. So I can't play instants or activate defense reactions. Okay, so that's fine. So we're just going to chuck Pursuit of Knowledge, Headshot, Release Attention underneath that, and Snatch. Let's just chuck it all under there. Sod it. Just chuck it all under there. Pass. I take 1. If you've got nothing to lose, win-win. Exactly. Still a luck, skill, Azalea. Same thing. It is. Exactly that. Exactly that. And again, what I can do here on my next turn is just... Oh, here we go. 7 coming in. That's probably going to kill me. So let's just chuck in the cross wrap. No, chuck in the tunic. What do I do? I'm probably going to die. He's probably got something to kill me, hasn't he? So let's just chuck in the tunic. Chuck in this cross wrap. I'm probably going to die here. Snapdragon Scalers gives it go again. I'm going to die. I'm on 4. He's got Channel Man Heroic. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. Force of Nature. Here we go. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Got him down to 5, though. Threatened some good stuff. But unfortunately, Briar winning the race here by the looks of it. Do I want to prevent damage? I can't prevent damage. So, nice. Well done. At least this person was polite. Anarchy, please. Was nice about it. So I'm going to rate him well. So well done for that. Cool. So that was the first game. I don't know how long we're going to be streaming for. Maybe about an hour or so. That was quite a quick game. Again, it just turned into a bit of a race. I think I screwed up on that turn where I could have got a high value attack in, which might have changed it. So yeah, Super Mario Black Tiger, full block for 0, exactly. Just let him win. There was no way I was getting out of that. Rusted Relic, I shouldn't have played that in that game at all. So that was a bit of a waste. But yeah, there was a moment in there where I knew I made a bit of a misplay. There was a moment where the release attention was on top. So it was quite intensive with regards to what I was doing, but I didn't even use the bullseye braces in that game. So it just goes to show that if I would have used those bullseye braces, I could have actually done something else. So I can't remember what the precise scenario was. But what I needed to do was I needed to get off the release attention off of the top of my deck. So I got a couple of arrows in hand, so I could have used the bullseye braces to put an arrow into the arsenal from my hand. I could have then activated Azalea to put the release attention into the arsenal, played the release attention out of the arsenal to give my next thing +3, then used Dreadball's effect, you pitching a blue to put the searing shot into there with +1, which would allow me to then shoot an arrow at the opponent for 8 for nothing, and if it hits, they lose a life. So I missed out on that, and instead I attacked for 4, I think, or something. So I missed out on that line, and at the end of that game, Bullseye Braces was unutilized. So again, that was a mistake that I made in that game. But this is what this platform is good for. It allows you to work out what the best lines are and when to do them. So it really does improve your skill level as a player. Even if you are playing casually, even if you are playing the worst hero in the game, which is obviously Azalea. But we're going to have some good stuff. We're going to have some good support for her in the future. And for people that have listened to Living Legends podcast, I think it was episode 10 where we had Chris Bewley of LSS on the cast. I was the first one to be notified in the flesh and blood on a podcast that I'll be getting a preview card for Dynasty. So that is still happening, of course. I was the first one to actually be given the news, very, very prematurely. But I haven't been given a date for a spoiler reveal yet. LSS are going to be doing something different with me, apparently. So we will see. And of course, as soon as I'm allowed to give that information as to what my spoiler entails and how it's going to be presented to you, I will let you know, of course. And make sure, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because you're going to want to see what the outcome of this is. So yeah, it's going to be good fun. I would not beat yourself up over the relic. The theory is sound. To keep the relic in maintain AB2 against Thorn is good. Yeah, the no block is the bigger issue there. No, exactly. Yeah, I think the main issue in that game was the Bullseye Braces not being used when I could have used them to get the release attention off the top. I think that was the main mistake in that game, which things could have ended differently. I think it would have been a lot closer, I think, towards the end. If that were happened. Jotrick is saying hype for Queen Azalea or Assassin. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think if someone is going to get the Assassin, it's going to be Kel from Red Zone Rogue. It's going to be him. I don't know if Azalea is going to become an assassin. I don't think that really works. I think they missed the boat with that opportunity, because she is basically an assassin, but she's just a ranger. So I don't know if she will become an assassin, but she's got that vibe about her, right? That's why we like her. She's dark, she's dingy, she's in the pit, she's accepting contracts and all that sort of stuff on who to kill next for money, and that's why I think a lot of us gravitate towards her. And I think it's the challenge of Azalea. It's the intricacies of putting things into your arsenal, firing them off, big, massive Timmy-esque attacks. So yeah, I think that's why we all love playing her. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Dynasty brings. That's for sure. Or Assassin, why not both? Yeah, maybe there's something in the future that says your hero is an assassin, much like the Crown of Dominion says your hero is royal. Maybe there's payoffs, maybe there's trinkets or helmets or that sort of stuff that gives you extra sub-themes, which then pay off if you run those sub-themes in your deck. That sort of situation. Post-Porn TV is saying a talent could work, but I don't know if Draconic, keeping to the theme, Azalea would work. No, Draconic Ranger, I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. As much as the art and the flavour in the theme would be sick, I don't think it's going to work, unfortunately. I don't know if they would ever do Ice. We have Lexi for that. No, exactly. Ice Ranger is Lexi. So yeah, I'm not going to see that, unfortunately, I don't think. I'm just gonna grab a quick drink, and yeah, we'll be back very, very shortly. So I'm just gonna go to the Azalea waiting screen, which is a new waiting screen actually. So be right back. I'm still here. How do people like the graphics? Looks sick, doesn't it? Love it. Lovely old job. Thank you very much for using that. Super Mario Black Tiger, absolute legend. Trap seems like a lot of fun, him is saying. Yeah, so going back to the chat here, John Randall Daclerson saying, gloves that enable traps as normal defense reacts. Yeah, so in the last Azalea Cult episode, we did have a couple of designs made by the community, and a lot of people do want to see traps work, and I think it's a great space. I think it's a great design space. It's just the fact that Azalea, you have to clog up your arsenal to be able to use it, which is a bit of a shit situation to be in. Are we back? Are we back? Little issue with OBS there, so hopefully we are back now. We will see. Let me know if we're back, people. Let me know if we're back. We are back. Looks back. Hi. Okay, yeah, so little hiccup. Back indeed. Lovely old job. So everything's still working again. So yeah, people who have been subscribed to this channel for a while, and people that have tuned into streams in the past know that sometimes I do have these issues where it just cuts out all of a sudden and then comes back. So yeah, maybe that's just due to me running off of Wi-Fi being upstairs and not having the best Wi-Fi connection, or maybe it's just the fact that I'm streaming in 60 FPS. But it looks like we're back. So that's cool. Now, while we're here, I'm going to be doing a little giveaway for an Azalea Cult membership card. So here is the Azalea Cult membership card. Autofocus is turned off, luckily. So this is an Azalea Cult membership card. So people that are sort of familiar with the channel, familiar with GoAgainGaming, know that I run the Azalea Cult series. And you've got a chance to win one of these now. So for people in the chat, let me just see. Let me just grab a card, and you're going to have to identify it. The first person to identify what the card is will get the Azalea Cult membership card. So bear with me one sec. Okay. So, hopefully you didn't see my arse then, because I bent right over. Lovely old job. So, the first person to name this card in the chat will get an Azalea Cult membership card, which I will sign on the stream right now for you. So, have your fingers at the ready. The first person to appear in the chat with the answer wins the card. So I'm going to go to the live stream camera now, so we can actually see live the chat. So the last message in the chat, as you can see in front of you, is from Andrew Mason, saying Teklo Core, which is definitely not a Ranger card. So yeah, first person to identify this card will win the Azalea Cult membership, which I'll sign on stream for you today. So, are we ready? Are we ready? And then we'll go back to another game after this. Cool. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. What card is this? What is it? First person to answer. What is it? What is it? John Randall Daclerson, timidity point. Oh, that's a lovely old job. Timidity point. It is going to John Randall Daclerson. There we go. That is a lovely old job. Right, so let me just sort this out. First of all, before I sign this card away, John, have you won an Azalea Cult membership card previously or not? Andrew is saying bad arrow. It is a bad arrow. You're right. So weird. I was literally thinking about that card this morning and how sad it is. No, you haven't won. Okay, cool. Well, let me just write this out then. It's a shame I can't show you. I don't have a top-down camera set up right now, so I can't actually show you the signing of the card. Jim didn't pick up my trap gloves. Ah, right, I see. Okay, yeah. No, he didn't. No, unfortunately not. But now you're a proud owner of an Azalea Cult membership card. John, are you going to Worlds or not? Welcome to the cult, John. Yes, Andrew, you won a membership card as well. I think it was last episode or episode before for your I can't remember what it was for. I think it was for an arrow. So you're going to Worlds, John. You're bringing Azalea as well. Fantastic. I can give you this membership card there then. Let me just sign that now then. So John Randall, okay. John Randall. Welcome to the cult, baby. That's from Az. Gag. And I'm going to put Timidity Point on there as a little reference to this stream. Timidity Point. There we go. Cool. So let me just show you this now. There we go. It's all signed. John Randall, Timidity Point. Welcome to the cult. Az Gag. Look at that. That is for you. And I'm going to be doing another one of these after the next game. So make sure you stick around for your chance to win an Azalea Cult membership card, which you can collect from me at Worlds, but if you are going to Worlds. And just for the viewers in the stream now, check this out. You probably would have seen this on the vlogs if you watched it, but look at this. Praise be our supreme leader. That is the German cold foil, baby. The German cold foil. That is a lovely old job, isn't it? That is a lovely old job. Anyway, so let's go back onto Talishar.net and play another game. And then straight after that, we'll do another Azalea Cult giveaway. Post-porn TV, beautiful. Yes, it is. Super Mario Black Tiger. Was gag intentional or a happy coincidence? It was basically just a happy coincidence. GoAgainGaming was just... It was just like... Well, the abbreviation of that is gag, which is great because everybody loves a good gag every now and again. So yeah. Anyway, GoAgainGaming. I just thought, what could I name my channel on, which is based on Flesh and Blood that nobody else had at the time, and I was just like, Go Again. All the cards that have Go Again on them are fantastic. Let's just name it GoAgainGaming. Luckily, GoAgainGaming. It's all alliteration, baby, and luckily it abbreviates to gag, which is nice. Cool. Right then, so does Az look like he has a plan? No, most of the time I don't have a plan. I'm just like, I'm winging it every time. But I think that's what makes me genuine, right? That's what sets me apart from the rest, I guess. I'm just a guy who's having fun. There's no plan, there's no strategy. It's just all fun and games all the time. And you will see that if you're at Worlds and you hang around with me, you're gonna experience that. It's just going to be all gas all the time. Lovely old job. Okay, right then. So let's go straight back into Talishar.net and play another game. So we're going to use the list here again from FabDB. Okay, and then I'm just going to put the same game name in here. GoAgainGaming. Streaming. Fun times. And then just create game. Now, the last time I got someone into the matchup, it scared the shit out of me because it was like, do-dee-doo. I was like, fuck me. Fucking well loud. So it might scare the shit out of me again this time. Ooh, we got a Ranger. We're going to be playing against Lexi now, baby. Ranger versus Ranger. So we want to take out the Rusted Relics, that's for sure. We want to take out the Fatigue Shots. Rusted Relics, Fatigue Shots need to come out. Those can come out. Everything else, I think, can stay in. So, yeah. And we're going to be using Perch Grapplers instead. Post-pawned. Gonna mute the stream. Oh, post-pawn's in there. Oh, yeah. All right, so we got a challenger. We got a challenger in the chat. We got post-pawned, who's actually in the chat right now, and he's playing Lexi. And he's going to mute the chat. So cool. We got a live viewer who's also challenging me. You're going to have to mute the chat, and you're also going to have to turn the screen off because otherwise you're going to be able to see my hand, mate. We don't want to be cheating. Come on, Make sure you get rid of your screen because you're going to be able to see my hand otherwise, you little cheater. You dirty little man or woman or whatever you might be out there. Don't be dirty. Well, you can be dirty, just not on the stream. Well, you can be dirty. But anyway, let's carry on. Right Time Gaming, morning Az, morning Ian. Are you coming to Worlds, mate? Are you coming? I knew you had a little bit of a hiccup, but are you coming, friend? It'll be fantastic to meet you in the flesh and blood, baby. Where are you from in the UK? Him is saying. Swindon. Absolute shithole, mate. Absolute shithole. Right, cool. Right, let's start the game. Okay, so I'm playing against Post Pawn, who is in the chat. He's got rid of the screen, so he can't see my hand, which is fantastic. Or they. I don't know how to pronounce their... don't know how to address them, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, so Lexi is going first, I believe. Voltaire. Here we go. Here we go. I like Fatigue versus Lexi. Fatigue shot versus Lexi. Yeah, maybe. Guess it halves their arrow attacks, doesn't it? Okay, she's putting a searing shot into the arsenal. Absolute ranger off going on here. This is all about having fun, not playing meta decks against each other. I know Lexi is probably pretty good, but haven't really had much experience. Another searing shot. So this is what it feels like to be searing shotted in the face. It sounds dirty, doesn't it? So this is a 7. So this is a 7 attack with Go Again. This is pretty nasty. So we're just going to chuck away a salvage shot, another salvage shot, and take 2. Keep the red in the ledger. Some news on that coming out later today. Oh, fantastic. Here we go, Ian. Let's do this. Can't wait. Is that going to come out on Right Time Gaming, is it? Or everybody who's in this chat as well, go and subscribe to Ian's channel. Go and subscribe to Right Time Gaming. Because he's a lovely man from New Zealand. Sorry, I pass. Reactions. No reactions. I get a frostbite as well. That's annoying. But that's the reason why I have a lot of blues in the deck, is to get rid of, to get round stuff like frostbite. Again, I think in this meta, you need a lot of blues because you're going to come up against a lot of frostbite and a lot of arcane damage. So you need to build your deck around the fact that you're going to be using a lot of blues, and that's what I've done with this Azalea deck. There's quite a lot of blues in there. Right. So okay. So what do you want to be doing here? Frostbite's going to be taxing us a little bit here. So maybe we just fire off a red in the ledger using the Dreadbore to give it +1 and force 2 blocks from hand, potentially. So let's just do that. So let's activate Dreadbore. Pitching Hamstring Shot. So we've got 1 left over. We're going to put red in the ledger into the arsenal +1, and then we're going to fire it off. So for 6 damage coming in, red in the ledger. Cool. So this is why, I think this is why a lot of us play Azalea, because of this card, red in the ledger, right? Now, I used to want to play this over and over and over and over again, you know, with the Memorial Grounds to put it back on the top of the deck and all that sort of thing. But I think that is where you fall into a trap, no pun intended, with Azalea, because if you don't do that, if you can't keep that strategy up all day, especially in CC, you can't keep it up. So ideally you need to have other strategies. So yeah, red in the ledger I think is just one of those great cards. It's basically like a Command and Conquer where it forces their hand a lot. So yeah, I do like it a lot. Voltaire again. Voltaire. Here we go. Endless Arrow. Right, we're gonna fateful scene this, I think. No blocks. Any reactions? Fateful scene. Fateful scene. Knock Death Whistle. Do I want that on top? Oh, do I want that on top? Probably not. It's a trap. It's a trap. Get rid of it. Because if you activate Azalea to put knock into the arsenal, you then play the knock, reload a card, then you can't activate her after that. So you can't get the card you've just knocked for. So that's fine. Yeah, we're going to pass after that. Now he's coming in with a Snapshot 4. So we're going to block with a... We're going to block with a Sleep Dart. and then we're going to pass. And then we're going to... If this hits, does it do anything? No. So yeah, we will just take one, I think. No. We got more cards in the deck, so let's just use them. And again, this deck is using a lot of cards. It's using basically the 74 cards most of the time. Obviously, we took out a lot of the Rusted Relics, Fatigue Shots. So we are running about 69, it's a good number, cards in the deck. So we're going to activate Cross Wrap here. Take cover. We don't really want to be using that, so we're going to say no to that. We're just going to activate Azalea blindly, I think. We're going to let them play a bit. Take aim. Now that is a shame, because if we would have been able to get a resource here, we would have been able to put the headshot into the arsenal with a lot of damage coming in. That is a shame we don't have the Tunic trigger available to us. And that's the reason why I used to like the Blossom of Spring, because you can basically just generate a resource whenever you need it within the first 3 turns. But I found that in CC, you of course get more value out of the Tunic. But I do miss playing with the Blossom of Spring for that reason. Having that one resource in the first 3 turns used to be quite good when I didn't have the Tunic. I still don't have a Tunic, but I'm going to be getting one because it just brings a lot of value to the front, no matter who you're playing. So that is a bit of a shame, unfortunately. But we're just going to pass. We're going to keep that take aim in there for next turn. We'll see. Okay, so next turn could be very good. So we're going to just take the damage, I think. If they attack with us, we're just going to take the damage, because we're going to be able to crack back quite hard. And I think that's probably going to be the best thing to do. Rain raises. Well, maybe not then. We will see. We will see. But yeah, Lexi outputs a lot of damage. But I think... I'm not sure. Depends what happens here. Rain raises is going to be quite difficult. Bolt and Shot is going to be able to give it. It's just going to be a big chain of events, isn't it? If I let it hit, that's the problem. 6 with Go Again. If it hits, they get to reload a card. If it hits, they reload a card. Right, do I want that happening? 6 is a big number, but on my next turn, I'll be able to do 3. I'll be able to do 3, 9, 12... 13 on my next turn, potentially. So let's just take that for now. Taking 6 so far. Pass. I did also forget I do have a Tunic resource next turn, so I can use the take cover here to block an additional 4, which is quite good. So yeah, Bolt and Shot coming in for 4, so I'll pass priority on that, but then I will use the take cover to block that. So on my next turn, I can play the take aim, both the release attentions, and use a Tunic resource to fire off the headshot, which is going to be quite nice. So yeah, this is cool. So this will be pretty good. So we're going to play the take aim. That will allow us to reload the headshot in, and the headshot will get the buff from loading it in their face. Oh no! Oh no! It's when it's loaded in face up. Shit. Okay, so we're gonna choose not to reload then. So we're gonna pass this. I'm not gonna reload. I'm gonna instead activate Dreadbore. Pitching released attention. To put the headshot in the arsenal. That'll give it +3 because of its own effect, plus the Dreadbore effect. Then we're going to play release attention, and then we're going to fire this at them. So still quite a lot of damage, but not as much as I thought. Maybe it's still around about the same because of Dreadbore's effect. But yeah, nice little big attack here coming in for 13, which is quite nice. Nice big attack there. So that's a big boy. That's a big boy. But I had to use a lot of cards to get there. And there's no on-hit effects, which is a bit rubbish. Didn't have to use my Tunic resource in the end, which is quite nice. But yeah, threatening 13 is... Post-Pawned is saying that is a big headshot. It is indeed. It is indeed. Post-Pawned being a great sport here. saying, yeah, that's a big headshot, 13 damage. That's quite a lot of damage. And again, that's gonna leak. It's gonna leak a lot of damage through, and affect their next turn if they do want to block. So it's quite a nice little place to be with that. So yeah, blocking 5 at the moment. So still taking 8 at the moment. Still taking 8, which puts them level with me. Which puts them level with me. If they want to block another card, I'm gonna have card advantage now to a certain degree. They're going to take 5, go down to 35, unless they have a reaction out of the arsenal. No. Okay, fine. So that's that. I'm going to draw up to 4. They've got 3 cards to use, so I do technically now have card advantage. And another great thing about this hand is that I can block with all 3 of these cards, the Seek and Destroy, Salvage Shot, and Remorseless, and still be able to snatch out of my hand and then replace the card that if they choose not to block, can replace that card into my arsenal. So again, maintaining card advantage with a snatch is very, very handy. So yeah, they're going to be activating Lexi here to give me a frostbite, I believe. No, because it's a ranger action. Okay, so that just does nothing. So yeah, we can afford to block with Remorseless, Salvage Shot, and Seek and Destroy here because we can just snatch on the next turn. And then hopefully replace that card in hand that we've just played, which is nice. That's why I like Snatch. But I like the Snatch anyway, do you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, leave a comment. Well, leave a live chat, you know what I'm saying? Bolt and Shot, okay. So, 5 go again, if it hits, reload. The Frostlock. Right, okay. So, if it was fused, it's not going to be fused though, is it? They can't pitch or play cards of base cost 0. So yes, that's not going to happen because they're not going to be able to fuse it. So I'm just gonna block with Salvage Shot and Seek and Destroy here, I think. Oh, I could snap back though with a. Do we just fire off Remorseless with the Seek and Destroy? Yeah. He's used his Perch Grapplers. Let's use mine as well. Let's go. Pass. Cool. Okay. I think I've done the maths on this correctly. So yeah, end his turn. So we're going to activate Dreadbore. Pitching Snatch to put a Remorseless into the arsenal +1. And they can't play any defense reactions because of the Dreadbore and the Remorseless trigger combo, which is nice. So this goes into there with +1, so it's 6. Then we're going to play Seek and Destroy. So it pumps it by another 3, which is lovely. And then we're going to use the Tunic resource to fire off the Remorseless for 9, which is great. So another big arrow coming in now. And again, this is normally more than the base value of the card because of the fact that every card that they play or action card they play on their turn also costs a life. So this basically more reads probably. The base attack of this card probably reads maybe +2 than it actually is because of the fact if you're playing against more of a go wide deck, they're going to play at least 2 actions on the next turn unless they fully block this out, which they are doing. They're blocking full 9 here to prevent that from happening. So that's fair enough. Right Time Gaming is saying Headshot is totally my favourite art on any Arrow card. Yeah, it is awesome. It does look awesome. I love how LSS and Flesh and Blood in general just don't care about gore. They're happy to show gore, which is great. So coming in with a Frostlock. There's no fusion on this at all. So I guess we could just block with. We could just pass. We could Oasis Respite this, or we could just take 3. I think we're just going to Oasis Respite because we're going to gain a life here as well. So we're just going to play this. Pitch Cadaverous Contraband, choose Frostlock as the thing to prevent damage. We're going to gain a life, which is nice. That does nothing. Then it goes back to me again. I'm going to activate Dreadbore, pitching Cadaverous Contraband, 2 left over. Put this into the arsenal and then fire it off. So coming in for 6. Again, defense reactions can't be played. And if it hits, every action card they play next turn costs a life. So yeah. Okay. No blocks. No blocks. Taking 6. Okay. They must have a decent hand then. So that's fair enough. I'm quite scared now. Headshot is brutal art. Very nice. Yeah, it is, Andrew. Yeah, very much so. It is brutal art. I want to see more. I want to see more gore, baby. Here we go. This is going to be a bit of a turn, I think. Obviously, they're going to lose life every action card they play. I'm 10 cards ahead of them with regards to the fatigue game plan. So I think I'm just going to block of my entire hand here. I've got 10 block in total for 4 cards. So I'm just going to chuck my whole hand in front of this, I think. Chilling Ice Vein. Is it fused? 3. Okay. So we're just going to pass. I can't do anything on my next turn anyway, so I might as well just chuck all of my hand in front of this. So we're just going to Fateful Scene this. Salvage Shot on the top. We're going to put that to the bottom because we don't want blues right now, I don't think. That's fine. And it's got Go Again, so it's probably going to come in again with something else, which I can block 6 of with these cards here. Which I'm happy to do because none of these cards do anything right now unless I've got an arrow, and I don't have an arrow. So I'm happy to see them go right now, which is fine. Coming in with a Winter's Bite. Do I want to pay 2 to avoid discarding a card? No, I don't think so. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to discard a Seek and Destroy. And then he's going to come in again. No, he's not. He's not coming in with anything. Okay, fair enough. So we're just going to... we can't really do anything here, unfortunately, so we're just going to pass. And we're going to put a Release Attention into the arsenal, which is nice for next turn. And it's all even again with regards to the cards. But look at this. Look at this again. We've got 10 defense in hand, but no arrows to use. This is a bit of a stitch-up, unfortunately. But we can use the cross-wrap to see what is on top of the deck. But we are still 10 cards ahead of post-pawned here. So again, we can just chuck our hand in front of most things at the moment, which is nice. Because, again, that's another reason why I run a lot of cards in this deck. Because I think sometimes it can, especially in this meta of a lot of ice, a lot of control, sometimes it can go down to, you know, the last 10, 15 cards of a deck. It really can. Rain Razors, here we go. It's going to be a big turn from them, by the looks of it. Has my mouse run out of battery? That sucks if it has. No, it hasn't. That's fine. So, yeah. Activating Voltaire. So, yeah, all of his arrows are going to be getting +2. I can defend 10 here. I can defend 12 if I chuck Tunic in front of it, but I don't really want to be doing that yet. 27 against 33. So he's got a Pathing Helix. Oh, he's ended his turn. Why? Did he mean to do that? Did he mean to end his turn? Whoops. I don't think he meant to end his turn there. Can you go back? Revert to the start of the previous turn. I'll just ask him. Did you mean to end your turn? I don't think he did. No. There we go. There we go. So this is a good way. This is a pro for the ability to take back your turns. Sometimes you fuck up. That's just what happens. And if you're playing against someone like this, who's happy to do it, and I'm happy to do it, just play how you want to play. Coming in with Endless Arrow for 6 with Go Again. That's quite deadly. We can block it out, though, which is nice. We've got a Pathing Helix coming in afterwards for 4, so we can block this out, luckily, with a Fateful Scene, which is nice. And again, a little bit of card advantage here, coming in the fact that we can see what's on top. Plus, we get to see what's on top again with the Skullbone Cross Wrap if we need. Salvage Shot, we're not going to be able to... Well, we can play that on the next turn because we're going to have a Tunic resource. Do we want to go one deeper? No, we'll leave that on top. We'll leave that on top for now. Blocking 6. So they do have Go Again, which is going to be the Pathing Helix for 6. That's going to put something into their arsenal, so that's pretty good, unfortunately. But they're going to be doing that anyway, so I guess we can just we'll chuck this in front of them for 4, and then just pass, take 2, go down to 31. They're going to put the card from their hand in their arsenal, I guess, which they would have been able to do anyway. So that's fair enough. So we can activate Azalea, give the salvage shot dominate. Not that it really matters because it's just a 3 attack, so they can just block. But let me just activate the tunic and then fire this at them for 3. Just a bit of a non-turn, really. But what I like about salvage shot again is I'm running more cards than you, so it's going to go back into the deck if it hits, which is nice because obviously it works into that fatigue long-term strategy. And again, they're choosing to block this for that reason, by the looks of it. Because I'm on 47 cards, they're on 34 cards. So again, pretty good. They do have a 5-card hand now. They do have a 4-card hand now. So again, we're still even in terms of cards. And again, here I can block for 9 with the arrow cards in hand and then come in with a snatch afterwards. Do I want to pay 1 to avoid discarding the card? That puts me down to 6 block for the turn. Do I want to be doing that, or do I just get rid of the snatch? No. Yes, I'll play the long game for now. Let's discard. Let's pitch the snatch. Okay. Using Voltaire. So at the moment, I'm just playing into the long-term fatigue strategy, just using the arrows to block. Still got 43 cards in the deck, so coming in for 4 with Go Again. I'll just block with a Sleep Dart for now for 3. Take 1, go down to 30, so I've still got 3 life more. And then coming in with Dazzling Crescendo for 4. I can, on the next turn, I can maybe threaten 5 with the Bullseye Braces with the on-hit effect of Endless Arrow to maybe get card advantage. So yeah, let's just chuck the Sleep Dart in front of this. Take 1, go down to 28. End of their turn. That's fine. We're going to Bullseye Braces. Put the Endless Arrow into the arsenal, +1, and then fire that off, threatening 5 with the on-hit effect of putting it into the arsenal at the end. So hopefully this draws out 2 cards, or maybe even their New Horizon. Excuse me. But yeah, this is the piece that I like. I like Endless Arrow. I like Snatch because it threatens the card advantage at the end. So obviously, if this hits, it goes back into my hand, which I then arsenal. Snatch is similar, where you can just play it from your hand. If it hits, you then draw a card to put in your arsenal. So similar vibes with these 2 cards here, which threaten the card advantage aspect because they've got no cards in their arsenal right now, whereas I'm going to have 1 plus the 4 that I draw if they let this hit. So again, giving the opponent decisions to make. So yeah, they are fully blocking out this attack now because they know that it is going to create card advantage, but then I still have card advantage because I'm going to be drawing 4 against their current of 2, which is nice. And this next turn is also going to be awesome. So it's going to be a big red in the ledger attack, and they're just ending their turn. By the looks of it, they've passed straight back to me. Don't know whether they meant to do that or not, but maybe they didn't have any arrows potentially. So yeah, this is going to be a nice turn. So we're going to activate Dreadbore by pitching this. Yeah, so activate Dreadbore, pitching the Endless Arrow, putting the red in the ledger into the arsenal with +1, which is nice, plus the Seek and Destroy. And then fire the red in the ledger, pitching this. So this is coming in for 9 now. And again, another reason why I love Dreadbore is because it gives you that +1. That +1 is so vital, I think. So yeah, again, this is going to be a hand-forcing move. So yeah. As much as I like I can't even say that I like Death Dealer, to be honest. Again, they're throwing their whole hand in front of this. So we've taken away a lot of cards there. So they're on 28 cards. I'm on 40. So again, I'm winning that battle at the moment with regards to the amount of cards I have. And then I don't know how this works. So yeah, we got a lot of another. I'll get a frostbite for the winter's bite. I'm going to discard a card unless I pay 3. Do I want to pay 3? Yes, we will pay 3. We'll pitch the hamstring shot to pay that. End of turn. That's nice. That's good. That's good. So we're going to then play a. We're going to leave the Pursuit of Knowledge in our arsenal, I think. So we're going to play Take Aim. Oh, okay. What we do need to pitch. So cancel that. So we're going to use the Tunic. We do have to pitch for that. Okay. Right. That doesn't work then. Because we still have to pitch for the Tunic. Okay. Fine. Right. So we're just going to use. We're going to activate Dreadbore. Pitching Pursuit of Knowledge. Loading the Searing Shot into the arsenal with +1. Playing the Take Aim. And then firing the Searing Shot. We got there in the end, people. Frostbite, see? You need the blues to get round them. So 8 coming in. If it hits, they lose a life. So again, just more mid-range sort of attacks that are taxing their hand. Or they are passing here. They're taking a lot of damage. Taking a lot of damage there. Fair enough. They do have card advantage over me now, though, which is a bit of an issue. And I don't have much defensive capabilities there. Well, I have 2, 4, 7, 11, 13. 13. I can block 13 here. They've got 24 cards against my 36. So yeah, that's fine. You know, as for bustling on Supperworm playing Guardian Ranger, you are running a great fatigue plan. Yes, I believe so, Andrew. That this is part of my strategy. If things are not going my way, I'll just chuck my hand in front of it. Oh, here we go. 3 of a kind turn. This is going to be deadly. This is going to be deadly. Okay, so you can only play cards from Arsenal now, though, which is the only downside to this. I don't even run 3 of a kind in my deck because I just don't know how to use it well. But stay tuned because we're going to be interviewing Pavel, who does know how to use it because he's the one who took it to Polish top 8 nationals. So coming in with a Pathing Helix. This is Rain Razed, so it's coming in for 6. So we do have to block this, I think, because it will allow them to reload effectively a card. My voice is going. Dead draw on my card, sadly. Oh, yeah. Ah, that's a shame. Three of a kind is a tough one. Yeah, it is indeed. So we will just be blocking this with a... what do we want to do here? So they've got 21 cards. I've got 31 cards. I've got 10 cards. They're coming at me for 6. So I can block 4 with take cover. I think I'm gonna block for 3. I'm gonna pass, and I'm gonna take cover the rest. Doesn't have go again either, that card. So we're gonna take cover the rest. Pass. Reload. We'll reload this. Because then we can use the cross wrap to flip it up to see if it is worth playing an arrow off the top with Azalea's ability. But I think we're just going to come in with Pursuit of Knowledge next turn anyway to get that intellect buff, which is going to be pretty decent. So that's fully blocked there. End of turn. Well, I don't want to play any instants, thank you. Thanks for the stream, Az. Got to go. Yeah, Jotrick, thanks for the platform, mate. Well done. It's great, and yeah, I'm glad it's doing really, really well. So thank you for joining us. Hope you have a good day. So yeah, we're gonna flip up the card here, which allows us to have a look at the top. It's Read the Glide Path, which is absolutely useless. We're going to put that to the bottom for now, and then we're just going to play a Pursuit of Knowledge out of the arsenal, pitching the 2 here. So this is a 4 attack. If it hits, I get an intellect, which is going to give me, again, a lot of card advantage, because I'm currently on 36 cards, so they're 21 cards. So I'm 15 card advantage here on the Lexi player. So again, this is incentivizing them to block, because I'm going to draw a 5-card hand, which is basically equivalent to what they've got in their arsenal right now. So, and again, with the fatigue strategy going on right now, I think Pursuit of Knowledge is just awesome. Oh, they're allowing it to hit. Yes, they are. Okay, so I get a 5-card hand then. That's a lovely old job. So again, here I've got I've got a block with Oasis Respite. I've got a couple of other things. I've got a snatch. If I need to, I can just snatch next turn. Even with the Frostbite that I've been given, I can tunic the snatch. So again, it gives me the card advantage that I need if I need to block with everything. And again, Snatch works into a fatigue strategy because if I do need to block with my entire hand, I can just play the Snatch out of my hand for nothing and then threaten the on-hit effect of getting the Arsenal card still and maintaining that 5-card hand, essentially. Which is why I absolutely love the Snatch. Here becomes an Icequake. This is going to be quite bad, but I do have an Oasis Respite, luckily, and an Endless Arrow to block with. 3 of a kind again coming in here. So they are drawing a lot of cards. Here. That's probably why they allowed me to hit with the Pursuit of Knowledge, was because they're going to be drawing a lot of cards with 3 of a kind. So hopefully, well, I say hopefully it doesn't work. 3 of a kind is just one of those cards. It's a bit strange, isn't it? This is a good game, though. Very, very back and forth. I do have a 14 health advantage right now, and I'm going through a fatigue strategy, but I don't know how long I can keep this up. We will see. We do have a fairly defensive hand here, though, and we just need to defend with everything. They got a +2 from the Icequake, right? Okay. So we can block 4 of it. So if we just chuck in a Release the Tension. And then, will they have something in their hands to buff it? Maybe a Rain Razors. Do we just we'll just see what happens. Pass. Then we'll Oasis Respite. This unfortunately costs 2, so we have to pitch the Cadaverous Contraband here to prevent the Pathing Helix damage. Not going to gain the life, unfortunately, because of the fact that we have more life than the opponent, which is a bit of a shame. Alison, no, you can't. You can't play hand. You can't play from hand. No, that's right. So I'm safe. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think they do have another Lexi. They do have another Voltaire, though, don't they? So I guess that's an issue. They can load a card. And if that's a bolt and shot, they could potentially go a bit wider again. But again, I think. Yeah, it's a bolt and shot. So yeah, they're going to be able to go for 5 now. So I think this is where I block with my equipment. Or do I just block with the Snatch? They can't activate Voltaire again. No, I'm going to block with my cross wrap, I think now. They've got one resource floating. So will they hit me? Or do I just let's block for 3 and block for 1. Let's block it all. Okay, cool. There we go. Bullseye Bracers. Completely forgot about that piece of equipment. There we go. Dazzling Crescendo coming in for 5. Do I want to block with my Tunic? Probably not right now. So still on 23 life. They've burned through a lot of their cards with their 3 of a kind. Give me a Frostbite. So luckily that doesn't matter with the fact that I've got a Tunic to pay for the Snatch, which is quite nice. So yeah, let's activate the Tunic here. Oh, I can't because I need to. Oh, that's a tricky one. So he screwed me over there because in order to activate the Tunic, I need to pay. That sucks. Oh dear. So yeah, the Frostbite screwed me over there by the looks of it. So I guess we're not going to be able to do anything. So I can't play. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, so I screwed that up, but never mind. These things happen. So we're just going to have to put that in the arsenal, which is a bit of a shame. But we still have 33 cards against their 16, and then we are now drawing a lot of our defensive cards now, by the looks of it. And they've run out of, well, they've played 2 3 of a kinds. They've got 16 cards left against my 29. So I think we're just going to have to go for the fatigue. We are still in that fatigue strategy. Sage Gaming is saying that's what I was trying to say a minute ago. What, with regards to the frostbite? Or blocking out the bolt and shot? Yeah, bolt and shot is something you need to block out 100% most of the time. And I did, but they just was able to bullseye bracers the last bit of damage, which then crept through to give me a frostbite. Yeah, frostbite, yeah. Completely forgot about it. Never mind, eh? We're still going to fatigue strategy, I think. We're just going to keep going. We've got a lot of value in defense in our hand here at the moment. Icequake coming in for a +3. Luckily, we do have a good defensive hand here. Luckily. Just keep blocking. Eventually, the ranger stops. I tried to warn you, but it's okay. You're focused on the game. All right, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see the message now. Sage Gaming. Thank you. Right, Winter's Bite. So I do want to be pitching Knock Death Whistle for this. Yes, I'll pitch Knock Death Whistle to prevent me from discarding a card, and then they're going to come in with a big attack here. 7. Okay, so we're going to block with. We're going to block for 2. Oh no, undo. No, it's not going to work. So we need to block. We need to use both Oasis, Respite, and Take Cover to block this. So we're going to pass. So take cover. And then we're going to activate Tunic. Give myself a resource. And then use the Oasis Respite to tackle the rest of the damage there to get rid of that. Pass. Fully blocked. Coming in with a Searing Shot, we can now block with Read the Glide Path for 2. Take 1, I guess. And then we're going to Snatch next turn. Oh, we can't, because they've frostbitten us again. Right, should we just activate Azalea blindly? No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to pass. We're going to pass back. They've got 13 cards left in their deck, and we're on 21. So we're just going to have to keep going, I think. The one Frostbite is really, really keeping this Snatch at bay. It really is. Tunic for the Oasis. Beat me to it. Yes, Alison. But yeah, I think fatigue strategy is the way forward right now. I think I'm doing the right thing here. Wouldn't be able to activate Azalea anyway. Yeah, that's right. So that one Frostbite that they're getting through on their turns is really sort of keeping me at bay right now. So I would have been able to snatch multiple times, but this hasn't got Go Again. Got one floating. So what's the chance that that's a Razor? Do we overcommit, or we'll block for 2 with this Pursuit? No. We'll block for 2 with this Pursuit, and then we'll pass and see what they do. Good game, though. GoAgainGaming. Yeah, that's right. Again, this is why I run a lot of cards in a deck, because I can just go to fatigue if I need to. Pass. Blocking out the damage. Okay, here we go. Right. So we've got no Frostbites. We can play Knock. Go and get something on the top, which will be... what should it be at this stage? Red in the Ledger? Red in the Ledger dominated? Or do I just snatch and just keep going? Yeah, I'm just going to snatch. Fuck it. I'm just going to snatch him. He's got 11 cards in his deck. There is a Remorseless. I do have Remorseless in here, but I'm just going to go to fatigue. I think I'm just going to keep that going. Choose a card to add to the arsenal. Let's add Read the Glide Path to the arsenal. Oh my god, here we go. So we've got a big attack next turn. So if we can survive this, do we just go balls to the wall, or do we just keep blocking? What do we do? Do we just keep blocking? So we got quite a lot of block there. We got a frostbite as well, which we can get rid of with knock. Decisions, eh? Winter's Bite. Do you want to discard a card? No. We'll just discard red in the ledger. Sod it. We'll discard it. 3 of a kind. Here we go. Here we go. Winter's Bite again. Do I want to pay 2 to avoid discarding the card? I've got a Frostbite, so no. I'll discard a card. I'll discard Release Attention. Tunic. 3 of a kind. They now have 8 cards in their deck against my 23. Pulse of Volthaven in the arsenal as well, which is obviously going to be a big attack coming in here. Very, very close though. But I just think I'm doing the right thing with the fatigue strategy because they've got 8 cards left. What else can they shoot me with at this point? Probably some big stuff, I know, but I think I'm doing the right thing here. We will see. We'll soon find out. We will see. Got Bolt and Shot in there. Blue. Bolt and Shot blue. So this is an instant. So this is going to buff it up to at least 7 with Go Again, which I can't really block fully. So I can block it fully with the Tunic. So let's just do that. Just so they can't pulse a Volthaven. There we go. Oh dear. So they're going to play Endless Arrow and then Pulse of Volthaven that instead. So it's going to be a 9. There's nothing I can do against that. That goes back to hand. So yeah, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. The Endless Arrow. So it's my turn. I've got a Frostbite, so I can't do anything. So I'm just going to pass. And draw some cards. So they now have they have 12 cards left. They've got 2 in their arsenal, 4 in their hand, and 6 in their deck, and I've got 19. You can't pulse and endless. Oh yeah, you can't, because obviously it's not elemental, is it? No, that's fair enough. Elemental arrows only. You will die before he is fatigued. Probably, yeah. Command and Conquer. No Go Again on this though. Oh, he undid it. Okay. Well, at least we know we have the Command and Conquer coming. So +2. Eight. Okay, interesting. So if we just throw this and this and this in front of it. Block 8. Block 8, baby. Pass. There we are. So at this point, I can activate Azalea blindly because I'm going to fatigue. So let's just activate her blindly and see what comes up. Hamstring shot. We can fire that off, so we may as well just do that. I think we'll just fire it off. Pay 1. Makes their next attack a little bit more awkward. 3 with Dominate. Blocking for 3. Fine. Yeah, it's just a Pulse of Volthaven, which is a bit scary, isn't it? That's the only thing that's a bit scary. So again, here we can block for 11 in total. Here we go. Pulse of Volthaven. Lexi. Seems they are running out of choices. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I'm keep going to fatigue, because I believe that it's the best thing to do right now. But who knows? This is GoAgainGaming. I know nothing, apparently. Frostlock and Endless Arrow. So Frostlock, is it fused? Resolving the playability. Cards and active abilities cost additional 1 this turn. Okay, fine. So this is 7 with Go Again. So this is going to cost me 1 to block with the take cover, which is interesting. So we're going to block for 3, 3, and 2. So blocking 8. We can't use a defense reaction anyway. We might as well just yeah. So that's hitting me for 4. That goes back to hand. So the Endless Arrow is the thing getting them the value right now, because that's the only options they have left, which is the bit of the issue here. But they have 6 cards left now. They've got 4 in hand, 1 in arsenal, 4 in hand, 2 in deck. So we're just going to pass. Arsenal to take cover and draw. So we'll see. We'll see if we can survive this. Guardian Azalea, yes, Supreme Super Mario Black Tiger, absolutely. And make sure you stick around for after this game. We're going to be doing another Azalea Cult membership card giveaway as well. So stick around. I don't know whether I'm going to win. We'll see. But they're running out of options as we've seen. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can take the Fatigue Azalea to a win here. But I still have to get through this, unfortunately. So coming in with a Chilling Ice Vein. It is not fused. So we're going to block for... We'll block for 2, and then we're going to block with the take cover and reload the Snatch. Do we want to reload a card? Probably not, actually. No, we don't want to reload the cards. We can play that anyway. So we're just going to keep it in hand just in case he forces some more blocks. So we're going to pass. Because, again, we can play Snatch out of our hand for nothing, which is great, as long as you don't have any Frostbites. Winter's Bite. Pay 1 unless discard a card. We'll pay 1. We'll pay 3, in fact. We've got 2 left over. Voltaire. Gains a resource. Endless Arrow. Coming in for 5, so we're going to block for 5. See, keeping that Snatch in hand there was crucial, because they now have only 4 cards left. They have no deck, and we have 13 cards, which is good. And now we've got a lot of our 0-cost stuff, like Endless Arrows and Snatches, Release Attentions and stuff. Do I want to pay 2? Yes, why not? We'll pay 2. We'll get rid of Release Attention. Winter's Bite. Do I want to pay 1? Yeah, we'll pay 1. We'll get rid of Salvage Shot. 4. We'll block 4. We'll block 5. He's got 1 card left in hand. The fatigue strategy works. So, Red Ducks Media, you will die before he is fatigued. I think you were wrong, my friend. I think you were wrong. You were very wrong, in fact. Cool. I win. GG's, I believe. So player Pursuit of Knowledge, pitch Release Attention. So yeah, they got no cards to block. We fatigued successfully with Azalea, which is interesting, right? Bet you've never seen that before. Only on GoAgainGaming. GG. Fantastic. Rate your opponent? Absolutely. Fantastic. Well. What a strange game that was. So yeah. The first game was very much a race with Briar. Got Briar down to 5 life, I think it was, and then they just obviously outraced me. That was a very different story, and again, one of the reasons why I have such a large deck in Azalea is because I know that sometimes in this meta they are going to go down to that. But yeah, that was not expected. I didn't expect to have a Guardian Azalea fatigue strategy going on the stream today, but luckily it pulled through, which was decent. So yeah, successful Azalea fatigue strategy. Exactly, yes. Sage Gaming. Post porn TV had a bit of a wife on that first 3 of a kind. A bit of a wife, bit of a whiff. Tried to set up on big damage turn. But yeah, that's a problem. Unfortunately, 3 of a kind, you just never know what's coming. You never know. You can never sort of, at least in my experience, you can never rely on it to happen. You can never rely on 3 of a kind because you draw 3 cards. Yeah, they might not be the 3 cards you need. There's that famous scenario. I can't remember what the players were, but it was captured on stream where the Lexi player was basically beating down on this Briar player, and then they played a 3 of a kind and drew no arrows at all. I think it was in maybe last year, US Nationals, maybe. But that is the problem with 3 of a kind. You just don't know what's going to come from it most of the time. And the downside of being only able to be playing cards out of your arsenal, if you don't have the right cards, you just brick, and that's exactly what happened there. 3 of a kind screwing you over. Whereas in this deck that I've built here, I believe, works quite consistently. The blues do offset a lot of arcane damage, a lot of frostbite. They allow you to do things. The snatch again is very, very good. That's the only card you've got left in your hand, you can just come in with a snatch, then draw a card and put it back into your arsenal again. So you've got 5 cards. There's a lot of things in there. The pursuit of knowledge as well. So yeah, I think I've built something which is fairly consistent, fairly cohesive, to the best of my ability. Again, we're going to be interviewing Pavel, who top 8'd the Polish nationals, and he was using 3 of a kind. So it's going to be interesting to see what his sort of strategy was. And I think it is more of an OTK from what I've heard in the Discord. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to interview him on Saturday for release on the Azalea cult next week. So it's going to be good fun. So new Azalea meta unlocked. Yeah, Guardian Azalea, great fun. Your Seek and Destroys came in at good times as well. Yep, Seek and Destroy is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, it's going to be good fun. Seek and Destroy is one of my favourites. Yeah, they are super cool, Alison is saying. Red Ducks Media is saying, have you tried the Polish top 8 list? Unfortunately, excuse me, I haven't played or tried the Polish top 8 list, but I'm getting Pavel on the channel and doing an interview with him on Saturday for release on the Azalea cult on GoAgainGaming next week. So if you want to get all the juicy information about how he plays that, his choices and all that sort of stuff, make sure you tune into the Azalea cult next week, because we're going to be getting Pavel on there. Now, another thing as well, I do not play other people's lists. That's not how I enjoy the game. I do not net deck. I do not play other people's lists. I think of my own lists. I think it's boring to play other people's lists. So I very much play my own list. Or at least that's what I think. I don't look at other people's lists and think, oh yeah, I'm just going to use that as a shell. I'm then going to copy that or make little changes. I just basically build my own stuff. I do not look at the meta. I do not look at what's doing well. I just play my own deck. I play my own game, and that's how I enjoy it. But if you like to, sort of take inspiration from other people's lists, then by all means do that, but that's not how I enjoy it. I like to play my own stuff, and sometimes it works like it did there. A fatigue Azalea with 74 cards in deck, it just happened to work against that Lexi, and it didn't do too bad against Briar either earlier. So yeah, but anyway, Azalea cult giveaway. So we have another Azalea cult membership card to give away today, and you all know the score. You just have to guess the card that I'm going to reveal to you in a moment. You have to name the card to win this. I'm going to sign this for you. Whoever wins, you'll obviously get a nice little signed Azalea cult membership card. So, the aim of the game is to name the card which I reveal in a moment. They are all Ranger themed. I'm going to try and find one that was not played in that last game. So bear with me one sec. Try and find an obscure one. Here we go. Let's go with this. Hopefully you didn't see my arse yet again, because I bent over to get that card. Anyway. And after this, that'll be the end of the stream. Those games did go on quite a long time. So, the aim of the game is to name the card that I'm about to show you. So the first person in chat, I'm just going to switch over to the live stream screen so you can actually see the chat box. So the first person to appear in the live chat box with the name of this card will win a Azalea Cult membership card. Okay? Do we understand the rules? All right, so let's go. This one's going to be a little bit harder. So, first of all, are we all paying attention? How many times can we guess? Just the once. You get one guess. You can guess it. You can take as much time as you need, but I guarantee someone will have the answer in the chat. So just make sure you got your fingers on the triggers, baby. Are we ready? So, I'm going to give you a little flash of this card, and that's all you're going to get. And then we're going to do it. Then we're going to do it again. So ready? Keep your eyes on the screens. 3, 2, 1. What was it? I'll be very surprised if someone gets that. Just from that one. Silver the tips. Wow. There we go. Anthony Salgado, you were correct. Silver the tips was the correct answer. A pair of hands. A pair of hands. Yeah, well done. Silver the tips is the card. Anthony Salgado was saying, laugh my ass off. I was thinking of it the whole time when you said obscure. Very good, Anthony. Well done. Are you in the Discord, Anthony? I'm not sure if you are. Never spoke to you before. Lovely old job. Yes. Absolutely. That was impressive. Yeah, very well done to Anthony Salgado. I will write this card out for you now. And Anthony, are you at Worlds or not? Yes, I'm Del Figaro 5. Ah, okay, brilliant. Yeah, lovely. Awesome. Thanks for joining today. Thank you very much. Wherever you might be out there in the big wide world, thank you very much for joining today. It's been fantastic. Alison, maybe next time. Maybe next time you'll be able to get a Azalea Cult membership card. Because these streams will probably be fairly often. I'm thinking of doing them every Tuesday. Every Tuesday around about this sort of time. Because that's the only day where I potentially have free time. So we will see. And again, if you want to play on the stream with me, you are more than welcome to. So yeah, make sure you come back. We'll say that. Next Tuesday is going to be the next stream. All right? Got to become a real Azalea player. Yeah, exactly. And again, for people that are still in the chat now, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Thanks for everybody who's liked the video so far as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We are due a spoiler card or spoiler thing for Dynasty. We don't know what it is yet because we haven't been given our time frame. Apparently they are doing something special with my preview or my spoiler. It's not even my spoiler, it's your spoiler. It's our spoiler. It's going to be fucking awesome. It really is. I've got a good feeling about it. I can give you the scoop. Basically, what LSS told me is that a lot of content creators are getting specific times to reveal their cards, but a few select other people are not getting select times to preview their cards. So only a select few are not getting a time to preview their cards or whatever it is. So take that with whatever you think it might be. I haven't been given the answer as to what that's going to be yet, but as soon as I'm allowed to divulge it, as soon as I'm allowed to share what it is, I will by all means let you know. So it's going to be a fun time nonetheless. And they, as I said before, if you listen to the Living Legends podcast that I do with Red Zone Rogue and Bill from the Spike Feeders, Chris Bewley from LSS was on one of our recent episodes, and he in the middle of the episode just said, "Az, you're getting a preview card for Dynasty," and I was just like, "What the fuck?" I was just not expecting it whatsoever. I'm still humbled to this very moment to be able to do a preview video or something along the lines of that. I don't know. Again, I don't know what they have in store or how they want me to do it, because again, I don't have a specific date to spoil the card yet, whereas a lot of other content creators have been given that. So we will see. But I'm very, very excited nonetheless to give you an awesome reveal. So we'll do that when it comes down to it. Let me just read the chat. Sorry. Anthony's not at Worlds. That's a shame. I enjoyed the stream, especially the Tank Azalea gameplay. Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? Cadaverous Contraband is spicy. Yeah, it is. It was fun. Great games. Thank you very much. GG. Have you seen it, or is it a mystery to you still? I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the card or what the thing is that they're giving to me yet. So I don't know. And congrats on the spoiler card. Thank you very much. It's come at a great time, because I've just started the Azalea cult series and just, repping our supreme leader Azalea. And yeah, it's just come at a great time. So it's going to be good fun. Let me just write out this thing for you, Anthony. So Anthony Salgado. Anthony Salgado. And this was for Silver the Tip. Silver the Tip. Well done for guessing that card, by the way. And that's from Az at Gag. Azgag. Lovely old job. There we go. Anthony Salgado. There is your card. Your Azalea Cult membership card. So I've got you in Discord, of course, so I'll just DM you with regards to what your address is, and I'll send this out probably when I do my big mail out after I do. So people that are patrons of the channel, we're going to be doing a big sort of box opening stream for all of you. So yeah, that's going to be a Dynasty box now. I've just thought I'd put it off until we get the new stuff. So yeah, there's going to be a big box break stream for patrons. People are also welcome to join just to hang out like we are doing today. But yeah, that's what's coming soon. I'm going to save the mail outs until I get all the packs open for everybody. So yeah, it's been very very. What are you saying, Anthony? Don't forget the N after the T. I'm not very good at writing. Antony. Anthony. Anthony. Right, I see. Lovely. Thank you. Let me just do that again then. So sorry, my handwriting is awful. Anthony. Let me do another one for you. Let me do another one instead. Let's try that again. Let's actually try and take time over this. Let me just write the right thing down. Thony. Anthony Salgado. That's a lovely name to write, that is, isn't it? And that's for Silver the Tip. A rubbish card, which I've never got any use out of, but still. And then that's from this pen's running out. Azgag. There we go. Here we go. It's a better one for you. Anthony Salgado, Azgag from Silver the Tip. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? It's a lot better. So I will ask you for your address and your shipping address later on in the Discord. And if you haven't joined the Discord already, then please go and do that. I know you have, Anthony, because you just said you have. All good. Excited about the membership card. Yeah. So they're quite exclusive little things. And I just thought it'd be a nice little way to engage people, to give them membership cards for the Azalea cult, because let's be honest, we all want to be involved in the dark, dirty, disgusting, grimy pits where Azalea resides. Anyway, that was a fantastic stream. So thank you very much for everybody who tuned in. It's been a great time. Hopefully we can do this every Tuesday around about the same sort of time. So it's 8 p.m. BST. That BST will soon change because our clocks will go back soon. Because in the UK we're currently still in British summertime, or sort of like British summertime basically means our clocks go forward, so we get more daylight, which is like a summer thing. But that's going to change. Our clocks are going to go back 1 hour on the 30th of October. So yeah, it's going to be 3 p.m. BST. That will soon be 2 p.m. BST at the end of October. Every Tuesday going forward, I think. So we're going to try and maintain some form of regular stream where we can do more giveaways and stuff. So thank you very much for tuning in, and yeah, we'll see you very, very soon. Thanks for everyone who's joined, and if you haven't joined the Discord already, links in the description box below. Thank you very much. We will see you again very, very soon. Peace. Cheers, everybody. Have a lovely night. Have a lovely night. Wherever you might be out there in the big wide world. Have a great day. Have a great evening. And, yeah, just enjoy yourself. I don't know what this voice is, by the way. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye-bye.